So, origin and insertion. What is this? What is this? So, describe to me what is origin and insertion.
Origin does not allow contraction to occur, and insertion allows contraction to occur.
Okay. So, okay. I'll just put this in word na, in another word, no? So, origin is your stationary. Okay? If I'm gonna flex my elbow, this is my origin. This is the body of my muscle. And I'm pulling on my radial bone to flex my elbow, guys. We can move because the muscle is crossing the joint. Okay? So my biceps origin is in my scapula. Okay? A bone that is connected to the scapula. Okay? If I flex this elbow, it's because it's crossing, my biceps is crossing and attaching to the radius bone. That's why I can flex it. Okay, that's a joint. What is a joint? No? So origin, stationary, insertion is the movable part. Is it clear? I'm just giving the biceps the example. So the origin in the biceps is stationary, it's not moving. The one that is pulling is the insertion. Insertion is movable. Okay? All right? Okay. If you're still not clear, you stay after class, we'll talk about it more. What is the mineral released from the endoplasmic reticulum to stimulate a muscle fiber to contract? What is that mineral? Put in the chat, guys. Calcium, no? Calcium. You see, guys? It's not, calcium is not only for the bones. Remember? The teeth, bones and teeth, right? It is also for muscle contraction. It is also for blood clotting, right? But mostly, they are used in bones and teeth. Okay. Number 29 is calcium. 30, functions of muscular system. What are the functions of muscular system?
Doesn't it provide movement?
Movement, okay, that's one. Give me two more.
Heat.
Movement, heat, very good. Provides heat, no? When you contract, the muscles is squeezing in that blood vessels. Very good. Heat and posture, okay? It's in the chat. Movement, heat, posture. Thank you, guys. I appreciate this. Thank you. Describe abduction. Abduct.
Like
Isn't
moving
it
away?
Away from the midline. Where is your midline, guys? Where's your midline?
Isn't it from down the middle of your body?
From here, this is your midline, no? Okay, and crooked. Midline. So this arm, if this guy do this way, is abduction, right? Abduction, child abduction. You're taking it away. Okay? Movement away from the midline is the abduction, right? Number, where is it? Nervous system. Eye is part of what system? CNS or PNS?
Isn't it central nervous system?
Why? Why do you think it's a CNS? Because it's in the head?
Well, yeah, because it's also your eyes are attached to your brain, and which is controlled by the brain and the spinal cord.
You said it. It is controlled, but it's not in the brain. How about the others? Why is not it's not in the CNS, guys? When you say CNS, what is CNS? Central nervous system, okay. What are these? There's two. Brain and spinal cord, period. Everything else is peripheral. Okay? Now, your eyes is not a part of CNS. It is controlled by the brain, but it's not part of the CNS. Remember. Brain and spinal cord, that's it. Okay? So your eye is part of your peripheral system. Okay? Good? Number 32. How about the ANS? We just said it. PNS. Brain and spinal cord. CNS. Now, the autonomic nervous system is the automatic response. Like your fight or flight, right? It is a part of your peripheral system. Okay? The ANS is a subunit of the PNS. All right? So the senses are PNS. All right. Function of an axon. What is the movement of the impulse in the axon? Is it going to the body or going away from the body? Away. Axon away. Axon away. Let me just get that. Guys, this is your axon. Look at this. This is your dendrites, the highly branched. This is the body. And this is your axon. No? So the impulses is received in the dendrites, going to the cell body, and exiting in the axon. So I remember axon away. Okay? And then this one, the axon will transmit another impulse to another neuron. So it's neuron after neuron after neuron after neuron. Okay? That's why it's very fast, milliseconds. Right? If I pinch you, right? If I pinch you, you're just gonna withdraw your arm. Hey, that hurts. That's how fast. But some of our patient doesn't have those. Okay? So, describe dendrites. How do you describe dendrites?
They are extensions of a nerve cell that look like branches.
Okay, very good. Highly branched. Okay. Highly branched that receives the impulse. Okay. So how about this other name of sensory and motor neurons? So if I pinch you, that's a sensory. If you withdraw your arm, that's a motor. Okay, very good. Do you remember the mnemonic SAME? Sensory, afferent, right? Afferent. Yes, there. Carla put it in the afferent. Motor, efferent, right? It's the same thing, guys. If I pinch you, efferent. If I pinch you, you feel it. You withdraw right away, right? That is motor. Motor meaning it refers to movement. Okay? Same. Okay, very good. What is this interneurons? What is an interneuron? Inter.
They do transfer of information between sensory and motor.
Okay, very good. Connecting neurons. They are connecting neurons, no? Like what you said, it connects from the sensory to motor. Connecting neurons, okay, is the interneuron. How about oligodendrocytes? What is this oligocyte? It sounds like a cell. What is this? Hold nerves together, no. What does it produce? Let me get that. Let me get that picture.
It produce fatty myelin.
Where? Where in the part of our body? In the
In
brain?
the brain and the spinal cord, I believe.
Yes, that's correct, no? Look at this picture, no? No, the oligodendrocytes produces the myelin sheath. Okay? Now, you gotta say, what is myelin sheath? Myelin sheath is a covering, no? It's a covering to insulate the axon, no? Okay? Remember this? Now, the oligodendrocyte, because it's in the brain, it doesn't reproduce too much. No? When you lose it, you lose it. Okay? Now, what structure produces myelin sheath in the peripheral, in our body? Starts with an S. What is that?
The synovial fluid.
No. Synovial fluid is produced by the synovial membrane. And it's in between the joints. But no, my dear. Starts with the letter S. Sounds like Arnold.
Is it the Schwann cells?
Schwann cells. Very good. No? Schwann cells. Schwann cells. Now, oligodendrocytes, remember guys, it produces myelin sheaths in the brain and spinal cord. The Schwann cells produces the myelin sheath outside the brain and spinal cord. Yeah? Okay, good job. Okay. Yes, it insulates the axon to deliver the impulse, no? That's why, guys, you remember when we talk about what is that condition where the myelin sheath is disturbed?
Multiple sclerosis.
Yes, multiple sclerosis. That's why sometimes they just strip. Sometimes they, the eyes is also, it's a systemic condition. Okay.
But also with multiple sclerosis, it affects their speech too.
Yeah, yes, that's correct. That's correct. The speech. That's it. Well, they have the remission and exacerbation, but still. No? Thank you, guys. Most basic reflex art. Two-way, okay, two-way neuron arc. Okay, because there's two-way, there's three-way. Two-way is just sensory and motor. Then three-way, it involves the interneurons. Okay, two-way is the most common, most basic. What? Describe what happens during a nerve impulse. Do you remember what goes in when the cell is when a neuron is stimulated? Remember that this one. You remember this one? When the nerve is stimulated, what goes in?
Sodium.
Sodium, no? So relax, no? When the nerve receive an impulse stimulated, sodium will go inside, no, the membrane. Okay, that's when it is activated, and then of course there should be a time to relax, no, or repolarize, right? Okay, so sodium is the one, the answer for this nerve impulse. Where are the vital centers located and why? Why do we call it vital centers?
It's the one that carries the blood oxygen. Not sure.
Linda, can you please say it louder?
I like is the one that carries the blood oxygen and they're vital.
Okay, it controls the respiration, blood vessels, right? What is it called? Oh, Alodia put it in the chat. The MO. That's why it's called vital centers, because it controls respiration, our blood vessels, constrict and relax, no? That's why it is called vital centers. Layers of meninges. So meninges is a covering of what again? Covering of what? That's why you're gonna have meningitis,
Brain.
brain and spinal cord, no? So name me the layers from inner to outer. Do you remember the, what is that mnemonics? E,
Yeah, meta.
A,
Andrew. I don't know how to pronounce it anymore. And the diameter
not diameter.
of. That's it.
Inner to outer.
Diameter.
Diameter. What is the A?
Arachnoid. I don't know.
Arachnoid, very good. And
Diameter.
dura mater, very good. Okay. So even if they ask you outer to inner, DAP. Inner to outer, PAD. Okay. What is a group of peripheral axons? Oh. What is that? Group of peripheral axons.
They are the tiny veins.
Nerves. Right? Nerves is like, I have a picture. I encourage you guys always to look at the picture, huh? So you will connect. Yeah, this one, huh? This is the nerve. Okay? It's like a cord, no? Group of peripheral axons. No? Like a cord, you know? When you see a cord and it's covered, there's a lot of fibers in there. Okay. Cords in okay. Okay, special senses. What are your special senses? What are your special senses, guys? Eyes,
Eyes.
nose, okay. Yes. Eyes, ear, nose, taste, no? Special senses because it is, okay, large complex. It is only situated in a particular area, right? As opposed to general senses. What are your general senses?
Isn't it touch,
Very good.
taste?
Not taste.
No.
Okay.
All in the room is touch, but that's at the moment.
There, what other else can you feel in your skin? There's a lot, right? Touch, heat, pressure,
Pain.
pain, right? So, does it make sense, guys, when you say general senses? Because you can feel it anywhere. You can feel the heat in your hands. You can feel the heat in your shoulder. It's anywhere. You're ticklish. Tickle, no? You're ticklish. You can feel it. Some people have a very ticklish, no? So those are the things. Pressure, right? That's why it's called general senses. It's all over our body. What does muscle spindle sense? What does it sense, guys? Muscle spindle. Muscle length. Okay. What is that word? It starts with the letter P. Proprioception, yes. So guys, the proprioception is your awareness of the position of movement of your body. Because guys, some of your patients doesn't even know that their arms are flexed. No? Because there's no connection between the nerve and the brain. We know that we're sitting right. We know that we are crossing our legs. But some patients, the test, guys, you're gonna test them. Okay, open your eyes and raise your hand like this. They know because they can see. So the second test, close your eyes, and then you as a nurse put the hand in extension. They don't know. They don't know that their hands are in that position. No? Yep. So that is what muscle spindle sense, your proprioception, no? Movement or position of your body part. Parts of the external ear. Wow. Where does external ear begin and stop? We have three parts of the ear. From pinna to, what is this? Tympanic membrane. Very good, no? Look at this. This is your tympanic membrane. Your inner ear is the three smallest bone in our body. Remember the MIS, M-I-S? And the inner ear comprises of your vestibulocochlear. Okay? This part of your ear, guys, this part of your ear, this is already inner ear. Huh? This part of your ear is for balance, and this part of your ear is for hearing. Okay? All right. So remember, external ear from pinna to tympanic membrane, which is your eardrum, right? Okay. Oh, you already know. What are the 3 smallest bones in the middle ear? Remember I told you if you have to memorize, put it in the sequence. MIS, thank you, very good. Malleus, incus, stapes, right? Okay. What is the organ of Corti? What is the organ of Corti? Organ of what?
Organ and the woman, man. I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
It's in the cochlea, yes. Inner ear, hair cells, okay. Organ of what? Balance or hearing?
Hearing.
Okay, very good. Hearing, no? And it is in the cochlea. Okay? You know, guys, in our cochlea, and in the vestibular part, no? Where is your balance? Vestibular part, and your hearing is your cochlea. There are hair cells in there. Just like what Alodia said, there are hair cells, and there is fluid in there. So that fluid makes the, when there's a stimulus, the hair will move, no? Sending the message to the nerve, your cochlear nerve, and then that message will be transmitted in the brain, and the brain will interpret, oh yes, that is Snoop Dogg singing. Okay? Same as your vestibular. There's hair cells there, there's fluid in there that moves, so it will be stimulated. Okay, that stimulation will travel to the vestibular nerve. Then it will sense your position. You remember that? Who presented that chapter? Very good. It's very good. No. That's why we know if we're upside down. Okay? And that cochlear and vestibular nerve, join, merge together. That's why we call it vestibulocochlear nerve or cranial nerve number 8. Because they fuse together.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Presbycusis. What is this?
Slow loss of hearing in
Yes,
the ear.
only loss of hearing due to age, no? Age. But guys, sometimes we even if we're younger, because we are exposed too much with loud noises, your earpads, no? Be careful. Sclera, what is the sclera?
The white part of your eye?
White part of the eye, very good. Nyctalopia. Nyc, what is nyc? Daytime
Night.
or night?
Night.
Nighttime. Opia is vision. So nyctalopia is night what?
It's the impairment to see at night or if the lights are dimmed.
Night blindness. No? Some of your patients will have those. A hole in the eye that lets the light in.
The pupil.
Pupil. And that's it. Any questions? Oh, Linda first. I'm sorry. Can I attend to Linda first? Linda, my dear, you said
Yes,
back to
yes, from number 1 to 20.
hematopoiesis is the
No, I just want to take the, okay. Number 1 to 20, I missed the question.
oh, I can send this here. Do you want me to send this here?
To where are you sending it?
Here in the chat.
In this small chat, I don't know how to
Oh, you don't know. I'll
Get it.
email it to you, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Miss, can you also send it in the chat too?
Chat. Okay. Chat. Wait. Let me close it because I think I cannot share with OpenSea. Okay. I'll send it in the chat and I'll send it in your email, Linda.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate.
Welcome. File, computer. Okay, it's there in the chat and I will email. Then guys, I'm reviewing, after this, I'm reviewing fundamentals. If you want to stay for the retake tomorrow. I just have to use the Linda. Gmail,
My email is, you have my email?
Linda, Gmail, right?
Yeah,
Gmail?
yeah.
Yeah. I'll send it to both. So
Okay, ma'am.
for sure.
Can you go over 8, 9, and 10?
Yes. Then let me just make sure I send it to. Then my dear Haja, I'm just gonna send it before I forget. You. Okay, Linda, it's there. Okay. Let me know if you didn't receive.
Oh, I'm waiting. Yes.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So fast.
You're welcome anytime. Okay, so what is that again? Sorry.
8, 9, and 10?
8, osteoblast. Osteoblast is
Bone building?
bone building. Very good. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Osteoclast is the opposite. It's bone dissolving, not dissolving. Okay, because we have to have balance of making and breaking. Otherwise, we're gonna have an overgrowth, right? Okay, it has to have a balance with osteoblast and osteoclast. Okay. Now, when we get to menopause, we are more having the osteoclast than the osteoblast. That's why we have to exercise. Because the more tension you put in your bones, the more stronger your bones will gonna be, because the osteoblast will catch up with the faster osteoclast. Chondrocyte is what? It's a what? Site. It's a cell. What kind of cell is this? Is it a bone cell? Is it a cartilage cell?
Cartilage.
Yeah, very good. And 11, you said? How many pairs of
Oh,
true
thank you.
ribs? You good?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. How about others? Do you have anything?
It's here's the last three, 52, 53, and 54.
Okay, 52. 52. Where is your sclera? Which part of your eye is the sclera?
The white part of the eye.
White part of the eye, yes. How about nyctalopia? Nyctalopia.
Night blindness.
Night blindness. Nick is blind. Nick is the at night. No? Nyctalopia is the night blindness. A hole in the eye that lets the light in. What you test when you're testing my perla? Remember? What constrict when it's too much light going in, and what dilates when too much when there's not enough light? What is that? So that's the part of your eye that lets the light in. Oh, Hector put it in the chat. The pupils, right? When you check my pupils, when you shine a light in my eye from lateral, it will constrict. because too much light. No? When you're in the dark, your pupils dilate because you want to see more light. Not you want to see more light. You need to have more light to see. Because how do we see, guys? It's because of the light. No? If there's no light, I cannot see you. Right? Both of us, we cannot see each other. Correct?
Thank you.
You're welcome. 1 to 5. 1 to 5. What is hematopoiesis? It is the ability to produce blood cells, forms blood. It's good, very good. Aloja, help me here. Please include number 6. Okay, number 2. What do you call the shaft of the bone? Look at the picture.
Diaphysis.
Diaphysis, right? It's here. It's here, no? Okay. Well, diaphysis. What is the strong fibrous membrane covering most of the long bone? This one, what do you call this? There's a covering. Huh? Periosteum. Peri meaning around, no? Okay, covering of the long bone. What is the ends of the long bone? And there's 2 ends, right? And then end. What is it? Okay, epiphysis. You're following, ano, no, Jennifer, my dear. Number 5. What membrane lines the medullary cavity? Guys, this inside is your medullary cavity, no? So, endosteum, very good. This, guys, contains the yellow marrow. So, imagine, guys, when you have a fracture, no? You can have a fat embolism because of this, right? The reason why you have to know this, guys, in term 2, you're gonna talk about fractures. It's gonna ask you, what is the pathophysiology of fat embolism? Okay? Why osteomyelitis is a risk for having fracture, no? So the fundamentals of your med surg is anatomy and fundamentals. No? Number 6, what part of the long bone does hematopoiesis occur? We just, we answered that. Number 6. What part of the long bone? Not bone marrow. Bone marrow is this one, no? Epiphysis. Ends of the long bone, right? In the spongy area. No? Okay? Jennifer, you got it? Thank you for your time, guys. Is anybody else want to clarify? No?
Please 42.
42. Where the vital centers located and why? Where are the vital centers? MO. Yes, medullary. Ano medullary? Medulla oblongata, no? Because it controls the respiration, blood vessels. What else? There's 3. I forgot the other one. Yeah. Heartbeat. No, I'm in page 260. Heartbeat, respiration, blood vessels, diameter. No, it can regulate the blood pressure. Wow. No, medulla oblongata, no? What's that?
What page was it?
260.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. The medulla oblongata is in the brainstem. Because the brainstem have 3 parts, no? So the medulla oblongata is the vital center. It has pons, midbrain, and medulla oblongata. Okay. 11 to 16. 11. How many pairs of true ribs we have? How many pairs? True ribs, huh? 7. Okay. 7. 7. What is synarthrosis? It's a kind of joint. What kind of joint that doesn't have any movement? No, no movement, no? Long bones. Look at the picture. What are your long bones here?
Tibia.
Tibia, fibula, femur, humerus, radial ulnar, no? Flat bones. Flat
The
bones.
skull,
The skull.
scapula.
Skull, okay. Flat, no? Flat. Flat. The skull, yeah. Thank you. Bones of the upper extremities. Remember, this is your upper, this is your lower. Oh, what is these bones? Please do not include your clavicle and your scapula. It's not.
It's the humerus, radius, ulna.
Okay, very good. Thank you. 16. Where can you find the intercalated disc?
In
In the heart.
Let me announce in the heart, only in the heart, huh? Okay, let me announce we have I think that's it, no? Please come and test the review. Ay,
Did you say only in the heart, James? Oh,
huh? Yes, only in the heart. Okay.
What review are you doing, Miss Joyce? At
For
3?
the retake tomorrow,
Which one is that one?
test 3.
Ms. Joyce, it's only for the retakes, right?
Only for retakes. If you pass, then you don't have to.
Got it. Thank you.
But thank you for your time.
Fundamentals?
Fundamentals, yes, correct.
thank you. Good night, Miss Joyce.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Later, good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.